What's going on? Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love. Literally just finishing up a one-on-one. We're gonna get this party started here in about 2 minutes. So just come in, get your pen, get your paper, and have your questions ready. We're gonna be started here shortly. If you're just coming in, go ahead and state your name and let us know where you're calling from.
Gabe, St. Louis.
Let's go, Gabe from the St. Louis. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the call. Anybody else who we got today?
What's going on, guys? This is Rachel. I'm calling from California.
Let's go, Cali, Cali. Bring some of that sun down here because it is raining cats and dogs.
Well, I am sending all the sunshine. It was absolutely gorgeous today. So sending that good, big sunshine energy.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anybody else? Welcome to the call. Please state your name. Let us know where you're calling from.
This is Makisha from Atlanta.
All the way from the ATL. Welcome, 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 welcome to the call. Pleasure to have you here. All right, you guys, we're going to be starting in about 30 seconds. Go ahead and state your name and let us know where you're calling from.
This is Jay calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Let's go, Jay from the ATL. Welcome, 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 you guys. Welcome to the call. We're going to get started here in 10 seconds. Now's the time to reach out, see who's not on the call, hit them up individual, like, what are you doing? The Monday call is on. If you're just getting in, go ahead and state your name and let us know where you're calling from. All right, you guys, well, we're going to go ahead. We're going to dive into the night. Once again, you know, my name is Isis Love, you guys. Some of you are new, may not know that. But I'm super excited about this call. We do this call every Monday. It's no surprise. It's nothing new under the sun. You know, we do this call. We do this call every Monday, now unless, you know, otherwise, you know, post it, you know, due to traveling or events or whatnot. But most of the times we definitely stay consistent on this call. So definitely make sure you have this call in your phone marked so you know, because this call is for you, right? This call is for you to further your, you know, your knowledge. And this is the Forex basics class, you guys. And what we really do is normally we go on here for about an hour, 2 hours, you know, just depending. And we go over the basics. You never can get so good where you don't think you need the basics. Like even Akil Bay, you know, goes through the basics every day for an hour and a half. You get what I'm saying? Every day he goes over the basics. So just because you already went through the basics and you've been trading for 6, 7, 5 months doesn't mean that you can't go back to the basics, because he said every time he goes back, something just hits. It hits a certain kind of way. So, you know, you definitely want to go back to the basics, and that's what we're going to do. Tonight is not going to be that long, you guys. I have something very, very pertinent, you know, I have to do here shortly. So definitely going to take some questions, answers, and just know like where you are in your trading journey, what you need help in. We're going to definitely mark up some charts. I see you guys was making some money today, posting them charts. You know, Monday, the market is like kind of slow. I don't know if you guys have been analyzing and really paying attention, you know, but on Mondays, you know, the market just seems to be slow. Like Sunday, we get some movement, we make some money. Monday, it starts to mile off. Tuesday, it starts to pick back up. Wednesday, we're making moves. Thursday, we're making moves. And even the beginning, like on Friday, we're making moves. So make sure you become a scientist with how the market is moving, you guys. So before we dive into tonight, I just want to go ahead. First off, I want to mute my music in the back. I'm over here jamming. But I want to just take the time just to like hear, what do you need help with? Like, or what are some epiphanies, or what are, how was your big trade day? Like, shout out to Pete. Pete took 20 cent into like over $150, over the weekend with Bitcoin to pay his light bill. So I know he had a good trading week. Shout out to Jay. We already know she tripled her account in 24 hours. So would anybody like to share anything? I'm just gonna mute the line.
I just for me, I think what I need is just more action on my own behalf, and making sure I set a schedule to at least be in the academy 30 minutes a day, and make sure that I'm studying for at least an hour with Christopher Derrick, and I have an accountability partner, Love Key. We want to check in with each other to make sure we're doing that. So I know that's going to take me to the next level.
Amazing, amazing. What a way to, step up for your first and acknowledge, like, look, no, it's just me. Like, so, it definitely, takes some acknowledgement to be able to look at yourself and not blame everything on the outside. Like, oh, it's my mentor. Oh, it's this, it's that. No, it's just, I just need to get a little bit more discipline in my schedule. And that's an easy fix. I'm so happy and grateful that, you can have a supportive community to help you in that. But most definitely, to expand ourselves in this strategy, we definitely have to continue to watch Christopher Derrick and mark up the charts, not just watch him, but actually get used to marking it up. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do some back testing of how to mark these charts up. So thank you so much, Jakar, for sharing. Anybody else want to share? Heard somebody come off mute. Anybody?
I'll go ahead and share, Isis. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you to Jakara for coming out and acknowledging that I'm in the same space as you. I just joined a week ago, and the first couple of days I was just inundating myself, and I got overwhelmed by all of the knowledge, and just there's so much to learn. And so I appreciate this call because it definitely takes you back to basics. And I found myself, my internet is spotty here at my apartment. And so whether I'm on my computer or my phone, it's hard for me to stay consistent with the academy because my internet keeps going out. And I even had to think about that today and just say, you know what, Rachel, you need to go ahead and go to Starbucks or somewhere where you have Wi-Fi and you can just get through it and be more consistent. So thankful for that awareness, and also putting it out there that I'm open to an accountability partner as well.
Amazing. Thank you for being transparent and not making excuses, because you're right. There's a lot of places that you can go and just knock it out. So, thank you for that awareness once again of, just realization of, what you want and what you signed up for in this investment. And also the overwhelming part. And that's why it's so important, just to follow the phases, because sometimes we're super excited, we're nervous, we're anxious, and we're ready to get to the money. So sometimes we overwhelm ourselves with all of those emotions, all of that energy. So, going through the steps of, knocking the academy out, step one. Step two, already knowing how to place a trade, which goes with step one. Step two, watching Christopher Derrick and learning how to, mark up the strategy. And then like step three, placing some trades in your demo from that strategy, and then, so on and so forth. So it's really like the more you just follow the steps and stay plugged in, it will start to smooth out. There's a lot of new terminology circling around and people marking up charts and talking about this and that. And it's like, what? But I guarantee you, the more you just continue to knock out that academy and kind of stay plugged in, everybody has been right exactly where you are. Can anybody attest to, first joining and just feeling overwhelmed and everything like that? Can anybody like give their, their experience?
I'll go. Yeah, at first it is overwhelming, but once you if you're consistent with it and you don't put too much on yourself at one time and just take it day by day, it that that feeling of being overwhelmed will slowly go away, because then you're actually instead of just reading it, it's sticking to you. So just take it a day at a time.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to share any like tip for somebody that's brand new and feeling overwhelmed at first? All right, all right. So oh, I muted myself. if anybody have any other questions? All right, you guys. Well, you can always ask your questions a little bit later. We're gonna just dive into the academy. I'm actually about to log in really quick. So if you do have something in mind, you can go ahead. I'm working on logging in. And we're gonna go over some key videos, because remember, those key videos are key. Like, they're key. Like, we need to go over these videos as much as we can, because it's gonna hit different. Now let me ask you, Rachel, pullbacks. Does pullbacks make a little bit more sense for you now, or how's that working out?
They definitely make more sense. I was just telling Key that, I just need to practice marking up the charts. Obviously consistency is a big thing. And so just really, for me, like, I've given myself a year to really learn the skill of trading. I know that everybody goes into this differently, and they have different goals and agendas. And I'm personally not motivated by money. So I want to learn the skill of this. This is something that I'm in for, the long haul, not I'm looking to make a quick buck. But yes, to answer your question, it does make more sense.
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's a good way to look at it, because Chad said at least give it 18 months, to be honest. He said at least give this thing 18 months before you give up, because we give our jobs so much time. So much time, but we want to change, but we give our jobs more time than the academy, because we feel like, oh, well, I'm getting money now, so let me focus more on this and do what I got to do to get to that. No, you got to change that up. Focus on getting your money now, because it's doing what it's doing, but also pour enough exact time in that for that academy. It just only makes sense, That's the only way you're going to get better, or you just dragging your retirement from your job date out. How long do you want to continue to, work? You got to ask yourself that, right? So that's good. Thank you for sharing. Okay, let me go ahead. I'm logging in right now, you guys. I thought I was logged in. And anybody have any videos or anything that's pips or lot size or twin trading or the strategy? Like, anybody have anything that's not making sense, or everybody just gets it?
Yeah, I need to go back over the twin trading video.
Okay, cool. We'll go over that one then. I'm just trying to figure out why it's not logging me in. Sheesh. Hold on, y'all.
Hello, Isis.
What up, Ray?
How you doing today?
You know what, Ray? It's a new day, man. I'm doing great.
I feel you. Since we last spoke, I've kind of made more of an effort to read the 4 agreements.
Yes.
Yeah, the first one is very hard, because like I had some road rage earlier, and then after I called them a piece of S word, I was like, I'm not being impeccable with my words right now. So, I'm trying to, I got to work on that. But also, I've been looking into like the high probability chart patterns and like the candlestick combinations, because I'm going to be learning that and going back to the academy to look at the video for market geometry and stuff like that. Tonight, I'm planning on attending, seeing if I could attend Christopher Derrick's live, because for some strange reason I can't make it work on my laptop, only my phone. So I don't know who I need to talk to about that.
What you mean?
Well, if I try to pull up Christopher Derrick on my laptop, I'm on my laptop right now, the video will never load. Never.
But when you pull it up in your phone to load?
Yep, but the thing about my phone is I can't stop it. Because if I stop it, then it won't play back.
And you doing it for the IM.Center?
I'm trying to do it from the IM.Center, yes. I'm also trying to do it from Markets Live. You know,
Yeah, how does that
Markets Live
work?
TV. It's the same, it's pretty much the same way, because it all links back to the same website, where you go and click on the instructor's name on the left with their schedule to the right. So, I'm gonna try to be there live for Christopher Derrick's videos and see where my success goes. See if that helps me get to my goal faster.
Got you, Ray. Got you. Yeah, just keep pouring in that mindset. That's the fastest way to get to your goals, is through your mind. That's the fastest way. So I'm glad that you're taking accountability and you're pouring into yourself, and you're listening to the 4 agreements, because y'all know that the 4 agreements are our 4 core values: being impeccable with our word, always doing our best, right? Not taking anything personally, and not making assumptions. Like, those things will get us through in life. So I'm glad that you started listening to it, man.
No problem. I got the physical copy from my parents' house, so I've been reading that when I can.
Oh wow, they had the book?
Yeah, they let me take it home, so I'm like, yes.
That's amazing. It was made for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing, Ray.
No problem.
So you guys, we're gonna watch this video on twin trading, and then we're gonna break it down afterwards. So mind the internet. It's kind of rainy down here, so we're gonna see what it's gonna do. But let me see. The power trade, for every $100 only use 0.1. Okay, now mind you, this is just saying 20 pip stop loss, but we know we do 30 pip. So just keep that in mind. I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
Academy, and today we're gonna go over the power of twin trading. Now, there's a couple key psychological effects that play a major part when it comes to trading currencies that actually don't really allow us for progression. The number one thing that kills a lot of good traders is the greed effect. The effect of feeling that we need more and more and more within the markets. So, in order to be rid of that emotional
mute your phone, Ray,
that it has on us when it comes to trading in the markets, we have to find a way for us to be able to get the feeling of taking, the fast profit, but at the same time also allowing your trade to be able to have the potential of maximizing a long-term trade setup. So what I do is a little bit different, and what I'm going to break down real quick is the lot sizes. Okay, the lot sizes first. For every $100, only use a 0.01. And the reason being is because if you did a 20 pip stop loss and you lost a trade, you're only losing $2, which means you're only risking about 2% of your account. Now, if I'm going to twin trade, what that means is I'm going to take a trade within the same area and press buy or sell twice, but make sure that my lot sizes are still the equivalent of risking 2 to 3%.
Let me play that back real quick.
Breakdown real quick is the lot sizes. Okay, the lot sizes first. For every $100, only use a 0.01, and the reason being is because if you did a 20 pip stop loss and you lost a trade, you're only losing $2. Which means you're only risking about 2%.
Tucson, can you reach your phone?
Now, if I'm going to twin trade, what that means is I'm going to take a trade within the same area and press buy or sell twice, but make sure that my lot sizes are still the equivalent of risking 2 to 3% of my account. Now, an example right here is if I had $1,000 in the account, instead of doing a 0.10, which is 2% of your account, what I would do is I would place an order for 0.05 and I would press it twice. So there'll be 2 orders within the same area. 0.05 plus 0.05 equals 0.10, which means if you did a 20 to 30 pip stop loss, you're only risking $20 to $30, which is only 2 to 3% of your account. Now, I'm going to show you guys as an example right here, okay? The reason why I do this as well is so I could be able to capture the entire movement, right? Majority of the entire movement. Now, say that this pink dotted line is your entry, okay? And the blue dotted line is your stop loss. Now, between that area, it's probably about an average of like 20 pip stop loss, right? So this is realistic. Now, when you press 0.05 plus a 0.05, you get $1,000 in your account. You press sell twice, and every time you press sell, you get a 0.05 lot size, okay? The moment that one trade, and with both the trades go 20 to 30 pips in profit, I close one order. I take the 0.05, I put my finger over on the MetaTrader 4, and I hold it down and I close the profit. Now, once that happens, I take my stop loss, right? And I turn it into a trailing stop loss. What that means is I put, if it's a sell, I put it 5 pips underneath the entry point. Now, the reason why I do that is because
keep in mind, y'all, with the strategy that we're using, we're doing 2 pips. You could do, and what that basically means really quick is, I'll let him break it down, but I just wanted to clarify that real quick.
It allows me to not have to look at the charts constantly, and at the same time, if market reverses, I'm not looking at charts, whether I'm sleeping, spending time with family, whatever it may be. If price comes and hits this area, it will hit your stop profit first, and the difference between your entry and your stop profit is how many pips that you'll collect. So for an example, if price ended up moving all the way up, the moment it hit your stop profit, the difference between the entry and your stop profit is how many pips you'd collect that you secured without even having to be on the charts. Now, the moment that I see that price reverses and drops, I take my stop profit and I put it above the area where it reversed. The moment I saw price come up and reverse, I put my stop profit and I put it above the area where it reversed. Same thing happened over here. As soon as it reversed, I put my stop profit above here, and then reverse here, and I put my stop profit above here. Now, the reason why I do that is if price decided to move up, without you having to be in the charts, what you did by trailing your stop loss into a stop profit was you secured the amount of pips in between the entry and the stop profit. So you still, from this example, collected 255 pips without having to look at the charts. And if you look closely, it was still the majority of the entire move. So this is the power of twin trading. This is the power of using the 20 to 30 pip rule, collecting the profit to get rid of the greed effect, trailing your stop profit to capture majority of the entire movement, and also getting the feeling of comfortability knowing the fact that if market reversed, you still collected profit even though you weren't looking at the charts. Thank you guys for watching this video.
Wow. Like, even me just watching it back again, just really just like, woo, the power in twin trading. Jakara, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Now, how was that?
I still find it a little bit confusing. I watched it earlier today, but I'm just gonna keep watching it. So thank you for sharing it.
You're driving too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so you can't really see it.
yeah.
I don't really understand it myself, and I'll watch it again, but like I think I have to kind of win first, start winning first before I can employ the twin trading thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you're gonna have to watch it because it's so simple. We really make it hard when you think about it. So I'm gonna do my best to break it down. For a while, it hit me. That's what I'm saying. Like it's still even hitting me, but like that's why it's so important to continue to do this because you're gonna have times where it's gonna be like, oh, that's what that means. Like, oh. So if you could just mute the lines real quick, there's a lot of feedback in the back. We're gonna go over the twin trading, right? So first and foremost, we're gonna actually combine some stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna identify areas of the support and resistance, where the market did the whole break retest trade. So let's just, for example, let's mark it up present. If we was to mark this chart up, ooh, that's it. All right, maybe about right there. Right. I'm actually gonna just put a tune on real quick while I do this. So I'm gonna explain it after I get done marking it up. So let me just mark it up first. Oh yeah, this one's better.
Isis.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just guessing. I feel like that the video with Christopher Derrick, he made all of those lines on there, which I think it made it more confusing for people. So, is there a way we could do it with just like the trap, and then show them that way?
Without the lines.
Like because I feel like that's kind of a little bit confusing.
I mean, yeah, we could do it without the lines. So, I mean, we're gonna still come back to here because we need the back test. But
Yeah. I'm just talking about for the trailing stop explanation.
All right.
I feel like the less lines, the better.
All right, cool. So check this out. Really, really, really. Let me turn this music down because I want you guys to hear this. So let me see if I can get some dotted lines. I never used dotted lines before, so I gotta figure out where they are. Anybody know what the dotted lines are?
It should be where the regular lines are.
That's what I would think, you know.
I think it's in settings.
Oh, in settings.
Yeah, because I had changed my background yesterday and I had to take all that stuff off.
Okay, my settings. I might have to do it a different way. Explain it because I don't know. Huh?
Which dotted line are you talking about? You talking about the regular horizontal or?
They look like train tracks he just had on there. Like they was like yeah, they were dotted like how my session breaks are, but they were going horizontal.
Yeah, go to horizontal line.
Okay.
And then click it, go to style, go right there, now right there, and then dotted line or dash line, whichever one you want.
Amazing. Thanks, team. I'm like, what? All right, cool. Cool beans. Thank you. All right, y'all. Give me a minute to set it up real quick. That was great. Thank you so much. See, you learned so much. All right. How am I going to explain this? Okay. Let's just say you got in right here. This is your stop loss. I'm gonna make that red. The arrows, I can point it. Okay. Now, I want you guys to use your imagination. This purple dotted line is where we entered. I'm also pointing the arrow to the purple dotted line so you can see. So let's just say we entered on the purple dotted line. Now remember, we're analyzing the market on TradingView. We're placing the coordinates from these numbers in our cell phone. So keep that in mind, right? This red imaginary line is your stop loss. Does that make sense to everybody? Amazing. Now you got your phone open. What trade is this? This is GBP NZD. You got at least $200 in your account. Why, ISIS? Because if you had $200 in your account, you could trade up to a 20-cent lot size. So if you have 200, you can come in both of them at a 0.01. So when we enter, all we're doing is entering twice. That's it. You open it up and you're hitting GBP and you're hitting buy and you're hitting the stop loss numbers and you're hitting the take profit numbers. Now that second trade, you're just going to enter, you're just going to hit buy. That's it. So you're in two trades at the same exact time, right? Now, remember, the purple line is where we came in 2 times. We came in twice. Now, let's just imagine this purple line. Well, no, hold on. Let me just get another line. Let me change the color to non-dotted. I don't want to use dotted no more. Okay, I don't want to use. Let's just say this orange line is take profit 1. Okay? It's take profit 1, the orange line. Once both trades make it to 30 pips, guess what? The first one's going to close out. Why? Because you put a stop loss and a take profit. It already hit the take profit, so it closed out. Get it? It's out. The other one, you put no stop loss, you put no take profit, so it's still continuing to go up. So let's just say it went up. This is the second one that's still riding. Once that second one goes up about 10 pips, let's just use our imagination. Boom, it went up 10 pips. That stop loss that you originally had in your cell phone, these coordinates right here that you had in your cell phone, you're about to change them. So you're analyzing our market, remember. So while you're looking at your chart, you're like, okay, well, let me move my stop loss 2 pips. Since this is a buy, right? You want to move this 2 pips. This is your entry above the entry. So let's just imagine this is 2 pips right here. We entered here at the dotted purple line. We moved our stop loss because the first trade already closed out. So now this is our new stop profit. We will put these new numbers in our cell phone. This is going to be our new stop loss, quote unquote. So that means if the market wanted to go tumbling back down, bow, 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 it's going to hit your stop loss, aka your stop profit, because you are at least secured the 5 pips already. Versus if your stop loss was down here and it kept going bow, 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 then of course you would risk the 3% and end up losing $3. So every time the market goes up a little bit, you could just slide your stop loss up, because remember, you're just analyzing it. You're sliding it up on the chart, but you're looking to the right and you putting these new numbers in your cell phone. So it's almost like you're chasing it. Think about it. Price is running, stop loss running behind it. Price is running, the stop loss is running behind it. So that means when price falls back down, it's gonna hit here, versus if you would have never moved it, it would have hit all the way down here. You're still securing money. You get what I'm saying? So you're coming in twice. You're just entering it. 1, 2. The first one's having your 30 pip stop loss and your 30 pip take profit. It's going to knock you out the trade automatically because you got the coordinates in your phone. That second trade that's still running, when it gets about 5 to 10 pips up a little bit more, which means if it gets to 35 or 40 pips, you're going to take your stop loss. You never even had a stop loss because you never even set it, remember? So you're going to set it for the first time and set it 2 pips if it's a buy above the entry, if it's a sell below the entry. Does that make sense? I did my best to really break that down. If not, you definitely, does that make a little bit of sense?
That was good. It made me understand like the rolling stop loss. My thing is, when would you put the second trade in?
You hold on. Really.
In it
like,
at the same time.
At the same.
Yes, you put the first trade in, you put the stop loss and the take profit. You put the second trade in, you don't put a stop loss and you don't put a take profit. You put them both in at the same time, right behind each other.
Okay. Oh, okay. And then you would just watch the market at that point, as your predicted move would be correct. You just put it, set the stop loss like 2 pips above, and let it go. And then once the first trade completes,
I'm back. Hello? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then like, so basically what you're saying is the twin trading, you would put in 2 trades back to back, except the second trade won't have any take profit or stop loss. Then when you move, when your first trade goes up and is ready about to hit the take profit, you set the stop loss for the second trade 2 pips above the entry, and then let it do its thing. The first trade gets lands in the blue, you get your money, and it's you just let it ride up or whatever. That way, when it comes back down or crashes, if it crashes, you lose nothing, and if it wins, but like, at what point do you set the take profit? Do you set a take profit?
Great question, Ray. Yes. So let's just say hypothetically, you're analyzing the chart, and you like, look, I'm about to. You like, look, I don't feel like looking right now. I don't feel like looking no more. I'm ready to go to sleep. If you want to, you can set your own take profit. You can be like, you know what? I feel like the market may go right here, and you can just put a take profit in. Because remember, even if it don't hit the take profit, it's still gonna hit the stop loss, aka the stop profit.
Yeah, it's more likely to hit the stop loss than the stop profit.
No. Yeah, you setting it as a stop. This is what I want y'all to imagine it. It's still called a stop loss, but you're not losing anything because we're stopping you in profit. So imagine being stopped in profit and not stopped in profit. So you're moving your non-stop in profit into stop profit. You get what I'm saying? You're not losing.
So basically, as it goes further and further away, you can set the stop loss or stop profit higher and higher. That way, you get at least a little something when it hits back down.
Yes. So let's just use our imagination again. Hold on. Now it's clicking for you. Now check this out. This is the original stop loss right here. You see my arrow? Let's just imagine this was the original stop loss. But we decided to moving it. Price is the orange, and this is our one. So we keep moving it. We keep moving it. But if we didn't have this one here, and we left this one here, and this came all the way down, we missing all this money. You get what I'm saying? So yes, exactly how you explain it is how it is. You're chasing behind it. Price is running, is going up, and you're right behind it, right behind it, right behind it. So if it does decide to come back down, you capture all of this money. All of this money you capture.
Right. Okay, now I get it. Now I have to, but now that leaves another question. I don't know, like when am I going to get it to where I know this is going to go up, or just set it 2 times and just watch it?
I mean, I would say if the twin trading is something like, I would just focus on learning how to do this strategy. Like, and that's gonna come from marking it up more, marking more of Christopher Derrick. Like, if you feel like you're just trying to just figure it out, you definitely don't have to use it. It's just a tool that's in your toolbox so you can use it, because it is powerful.
Oh yeah, I'm just gaining understanding now, so that whenever I'm ready and whatnot, I can go ahead and run the play and win,
Yes, most definitely. But that was the best way I can break it down. Anybody have any questions from that?
Yeah, can I add something?
Sure, please.
It was a great explanation. Thank you, Isis. The only thing I would say for the second trade, you do put in a stop loss when you place that second trade. Because the reason being, what's to say that the original trade and the second trade, it doesn't go the right way? Except you place the stop loss on the first trade, right? On the first order, but there's no stop loss on the second order, so that means you're losing more money.
That's correct.
So you would place the stop loss on the second order and not a take profit. Right. And on the first order, you would place a stop loss and a take profit. And then when it hits the first TP and everything, well, like Christopher Derrick says, whenever I twin trade, whenever it hits 15 pips, I automatically move my stop loss for both orders, regardless. So whenever it hits 15 pips, I automatically move my stop loss 2 pips or 5 pips, whichever I'm feeling. But 2 pips or 5 pips, buy.
Hey, that's what I've been doing. So I ain't been going crazy. I ain't been chiming in just like that. But I just want to act just like that. Hey, that's what I've been doing. I put my take profit in. I mean, my stop loss in for both of them as I place them in, and then let's go from there. One with a take profit and one without.
Yep.
Amazing. Well, yes, that is a great point, Zach. Thank you definitely for pointing that out. It does make sense. You definitely want to put a stop loss on the second one, so if they both go south, but you definitely don't have to put that take profit in there until you want to put it in there and continue to ride it up. Therefore, you still secure the bag. And then also, just feel into everything. Like for me, my first one, I let that 30 pip stop loss stay there for my first one because I wanted to breathe. So sometimes people want to get 15 pips of it, and sometimes people let it breathe. So definitely just keep watching Christopher Derrick. He talks about it. You just really have to catch his videos, but he talks about especially the one on the when was that one, TJ? Is TJ on here? I think it's a 28th.
What's up, Isis?
Hey, what's that video you recommended for us? Was it the 28th?
Yeah, it was 28th, the January 28th, 19th, where CD recommended, not recommended, but showed everybody how to do the price trap.
Yes. Y'all check that one back out because he kind of like he's breaking it down, and it makes it a little bit easier to understand. And just go back and watch the video a couple times. I mean, it's definitely going to start clicking more and more and more and more and more. That was great. That was a great one. Whoever suggested that, I forgot, but that was definitely a great one.
I think that was TJ.
Somebody did. Shout out to them though.
Thanks,
Um,
Isis.
yes, yes, yes. Amazing. I like this. All right, you guys. So does anybody else have a request video? That video really did, open up some great questions and clarity. Did anybody have anything else that, was a little unclear? All right, you guys. So let me just see a video real quick before we get on this.
Hey, Isis, real quick. My bad. I had to get back on the screen.
Yes.
For anybody that's still confused about entries, I think Christopher Derrick's last video on the 6th of February, if you pay attention, he lets you know when to enter or whenever he's looking to enter. But then he also, in that same video, he also says he's not going to give you the answer, but he gives you the answer if you're paying attention. So anybody who's looking for like when to enter, and according to Price Trap, definitely watch his last February 6th video.
Yeah, he puts it in the 28th too. It's a little, it's like you gotta really get it because it's like it's clear, but I still feel like he just don't really still hit it. But definitely, yeah, definitely look at it. I do it slightly different, but yes, he's basically entering in the middle, which is I seen the video on the 28th, but I'm still just really trying to understand. It hasn't even broke yet. And he enters. So I think he's Zach. Is it because he's paying attention to the past and looking at where it has broke before?
I mean, I'm not. Whenever it breaks, like for example, let's just say that this trade that you're on now, right? It broke the ceiling, right?
Mm-hmm.
So wherever it broke at, that's where he's waiting for the retest. So he's waiting for price to close above that area. So really, that's his retest already. So he would have went in.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's how I would have. That's how I did it. I entered. I seen the break. I seen the retest. I probably seen this green little cute candle, and I got in. But it's still consolidating. It's still retesting. Like it's Monday. So that's the whole thing. You get in after the retest. The retest was this cute little red candle. It broke, and it's still retesting in all actuality, but it broke and it's retesting back to the area it broke out of.
But you would have gotten the blue, the third candle, the green candle, right?
Yeah, right here.
See, because like from my understanding, from what Zach said and the Christopher Derrick, he waited till it broke and then went back halfway into the ceiling and then got into that way. And I was like, that don't really work for me, but okay, I'll follow it. And it's been harder to get into trades because of that, because I've been thinking like, wait, that's not a right retest. But now that I know, man, I should have better success. Especially, it's funny you pulled up this one right here, because I saw last night, I saw like a high probability chart pattern, and so far I've been I got into a buy because it was like a falling, what was it called? Yeah, it was a falling ridge, and it so far I've been right. It's been going back and forth, consolidating where it is, but yeah, I've been having some success. Let me see. Am I in the blue now?
Well, that's always amazing to hear, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
No, I'm not in the blue, but I'm still in that same area.
Amazing. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna definitely go back and look at them videos as well, because it is a little. It did a little confuse me as well as far as why you're entering in the middle when it hasn't even broke above. So yeah, I'm gonna check that out one out on the 6th. Thank you, Zach. And definitely that one on the 28th. But yeah. Anybody, any other questions? We're gonna see if we check out another video. All right. This looks like a good setup. And my caller level, you guys, has anybody been working with the call levels?
I have.
I have.
And how you like it, Jakara?
It's on point. Yeah, it's on point. It's like it makes it so you don't have to like stare at the chart, and it just sends a little notification to your phone once it hits a certain area. And it's really good. I like it, and it's really simple too. So
Yes, yes. Anybody else?
I have been using the call levels, and she's right. I just had to figure out how to like change the notification sounds or whatever to where I can hear it. Speaking of which, now that we know what a proper retest is, how it like closes or whatever, shouldn't we start setting the entry points as to like maybe a couple of pips above that instead of like halfway in between?
I said go back and watch the video and then see what works for you. Like for me, I wait until on the 15 or the lower time frames, I wait for it to break. I wait for it to retest, and then I enter in. I don't wait for it to do it in the middle, but maybe I'm missing something. I'm gonna go back and look, but it has been working for me when I do break above here or retest right here. So I'm gonna go back and examine the video myself, but that's personally what I have been doing, and it's been working for me.
And it's the 6th, right?
Yeah, he said it's the 6th. Watch the one on the 6th and the one on the 28th of last month.
All right.
But yeah, hey Jakara, does your phone go off and make a noise when you hit your call alert hits? Is she there? Ooh, I'm gonna do this one. I'm set. I guess you could set it. Yeah, that's a good one right there. Okay, my bad. I got sidetracked, y'all. I'm sitting here setting up my call my tune. But yeah, you can do it in the dashboard, right? You just go to settings. Anybody else using it, or they haven't found the time to check it out yet? It's definitely gonna take your trading to the next level. Because what you could do is, let's just say you at the house or you're somewhere and you have time to mark up the charts, and then you go to the store. All you got to do is just have the chart marked up on your phone, Trading View or MetaTrader 4, and then you have your call level set out. So when you at the store, you out and you chilling, when your alert go off, you're like, oh, well, let me look at my chart. You're like, oh, okay, it broke above the beginning. Let me set my alarm clock for 15 minutes so I can see what this next candle is going to do. Hopefully it's going to retest, right? And then you set your alarm again because you want to see that next candle be your confirmation entry. So setting those alarms and doing those call levels is going to help you remember, because I know a lot of times sometimes we'll mark up a chart, we'll mark up a lot of charts, and then we'll come back and we'll be like, damn, it moved already, like it made the move. So it's not that you don't know how to do the strategy, it's just sometimes the timing. So yeah, that was really great. Let's look really quick. Let's look at one video before we market some charts, you guys. Oh snap, I got about 15-20 more minutes. Where is the academy? Okay, here it goes. So did anybody else have a request video? All right, we're gonna check out this price reversal zone, because these are the key things that we use when we trade. And that's what I was about to draw up on the that's what I was drawing up here, the reversal zones. Like, I mean, just look at it. Like, if this was current market right here, you could draw these other lines on here to back test it. So we'll play the video and then we'll come back to this and see. Everybody basically has the same strategies. So for you people who trade, you know, if you look at a kill strategy, this is the same thing. He just got a lot of lines. That's why it was too much for me to understand his strategy. But it's the same thing: above and below, above and below, above and below, but break, retest, trade. You know what I'm saying? But it's like that's all it really is. So what we have done is simplified it and knocked off all of the lines and just made it two simple lines. But it comes in handy because once you have it marked up, when this is the end. I feel like this is the end of, if it doesn't break below, this is the end of this trend, and it's gonna go up and do the same thing. This is gonna be your ceiling, this is your floor, right? So we'll watch the video first and then we'll get back to it. Let me see, price reversal zones.
Welcome to IMO Academy.
He's a little
What I
low.
want to be going over today is pretty much price reversal zones. For me, what I found was areas within the market where price pretty much reversed within these areas based off a couple key things. What price reversal zones are is an area around support and resistance where price tends to reverse. So obviously you guys have already went through the support and resistance video, but adding on to that, I want to give you guys a visual reference, a visual tool to be able to help you guys when it comes to seeing what really is going on within the markets so we can understand market structure. Okay, I'm going to delete this. Now, we already went over support and resistance. I want you guys to see exactly why I drew what I drew. As you guys can see here, price continued to break above a broken area that was once resistance, aka a ceiling, and it came back and became a floor. It broke above an area where there was a ceiling and came back and became a floor. As you can see, there's also a ceiling over here as well. Price broke above, even tested right here, made a little resistance. It also was support. What did it do? Price came back and tested it as the floor. Okay, what did price do? It broke above this area of resistance or a ceiling and came back and tested as the floor. And look again, resistance, the ceiling, came back and tested as the floor. And now I want to show you guys exactly what to do around these areas just to give you that visual tool. What I do is I look for areas within where prices for support and resistance, and I look closely. Obviously, I see price bouncing and testing off of this level, but at the same time, what else is there? There's these things called wicks. What wicks are is pretty much these lines. These aren't full candles. It means price came in and got the heck away from that area. So in order to draw these zones out, these price reversal zones, I could pick any wick that's either touching or crossing the area of support and resistance as a visual resource. So for example, I could pick this wick to this body of the candle because it's just an area of support. Now draw it all the way up to the body of that candle. Now drag it all the way across. So as you guys can see closely, I drew it from the wick, the body of the candle, and drew it all the way across. Is that a coincidence that price came in and tested off of it? No, it's not. Again, look, an area of resistance. Like before, resistance. As you guys can see, there's wicks here, a wick here, and a wick here. I could pick the one all the way over here and go from that wick, the body of that candle, drag it all the way across. You could be able to see the price literally bounced off. We'll keep continuing. Watch. Price breaks above. There's a little area of resistance, but also support here. All right. I look closely. I'm able to see wicks here, see wicks here, and a wick here. Where's price touching support and resistance? Right here. I go wick to the body of that candle and go all the way across. And as you guys can see, price literally tapped off that area and reversed. And continue along over here, area of resistance, also area of support. To my left, see wicks here, wick here, even a wick here. I could pick this random one right here, wick to the body of the candle, go all the way across, right? Let's continue across the dragon, so you can see. And then last but not least, this one up here, same thing, wicks, wicks, wicks. I could even just take this wick right here, body of the candle, and go all the way across. And you're able to see how price dipped into that little price reversal zone in reverse. Now, we utilize these price reversal zones just for a visual reference, but look closely, guys. You can see how price reversed every single one of these price reversal zones because you're waiting for price to test it. You're using support and resistance lines to draw these zones up so you can have a visual of where you can enter the trade setups. These are pretty much the price reversal zones. You can test it pretty much in every single chart. We're utilizing, like I said, is the support and resistance lines and drawing the price reversal boxes around the wicks, around the support and resistance lines. To even clarify, I'm going to do it again over here as a downtrend. All right, as you guys can see here, area of support. As you guys can see here, area of support, now resistance. As you guys can see here, support, resistance. As you guys can see here, well, so we'll keep it simple. So as you guys can see, price broke an area of that was once support. It came up to test as resistance. I could literally draw this out, any wick along this area. You can see how price literally tried to go into this area and it didn't stay in there. I'm gonna pick this wick to the body of this candle. You're able to see how price broke below, tested. You made this big wick right here as well. Look how accurate this is, right? You see area of support, go from this wick to the body of the candle, all the way across. You're able to see how price broke it, pretty much just tapped off with before it dropped. Last but not least, look within this area. You want to see wicks, you see big wick here, but we want to look in the path. Look at all the wicks over here. You draw from this wick, body of that candle, and shoot this all the way across. And I'm able to see areas where price reversed. Now what I'm doing within these areas is I'm looking for positions to sell the market, especially if it's going into a downtrend. All right. This is pretty much how to utilize support and resistance levels and to draw the price reversal zones. I appreciate you guys for watching this. I will tailor this all together so you guys will understand that support and resistance and price reversal zones are just two out of the four confirmations needed to enter a trade setup. See you guys in the next video.
Amazing. So, homework would be to go back and watch this again, along with the twin trading video. But let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. So, why is this good to do? It's good to do because it's going to sharpen up your vision to be able to see the price reversal zone. So when you're doing your price trapping, you're just doing your two lines, it's going to sharpen up your skills because you're seeing it over and over. So just like, for example, right? Let's just imagine. Delete it. Let's just imagine I have my ceiling and my floor. My ceiling and my floor. Let me draw my. You don't see nothing else. Just see my ceiling, and then you see my floor. Just like we would normally do it anyway, two lines. And then when you look, it decided to break at the bottom. And look what it did. It broke. It retest. We could have got in right here. 30 pips, I would have been hit, right? Now look, this is the new ceiling. Now this is the new floor. Prices in between. It broke below, and it finally retest right here where it broke out of. See, it broke out right here. It came back and it retest with the wick. So you could have entered in, took your 30 pips right in this area right there, right? And then look, now you got your ceiling and you got your floor. Ceiling and your floor right here, these two, ceiling and floor. What did it do? It broke below on the floor. It retest right here. Right, this was your ceiling, this was your floor. Ceiling, your floor. It broke through the floor. It retest right here. Could have entered in on that little cute red candle. Rolled it down 30 pips, which would have been right in this area. Now we got our new ceiling. Now here we are present. Right? Now here we are present day right now with our newfound floor and ceiling. Probably would have adjusted just a tad bit, but we got our new floor and ceiling. So now we're waiting once again for it to either continue down or start a whole new another trend and go up. So it is kind of like, and like I said, this is a kill strategy. He uses this with the Fibonacci, but it's not even really a strategy, to be honest. It's just support and resistance. So I'm just showing you guys the importance of support and resistance and how you can learn how to see the break retest trade. Now let's look at it. Somebody got a question. Let me see. Yes, money, 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 baby. And you're riding the trend. That's gonna be the next video. I mean, look at the trend. I mean, we learned at the event that, you know, like swing trading. Like how long that would have took us to make that money if we would have got in at the top of the trend. We could have cashed out at about, in 10 days, it went down 185 pips because you could have rolled the trend. Yeah, think about it. If we would have entered the market, right here at the beginning, right there in that red candle. We know our stop loss would have been 30 pips back. No worries, no pressure. But did it even come near the stop loss? No, the stop loss way up here. It's just going down and down and down and down and down. Yes, you could have adjusted your stop loss if you wanted to, but just look at how it just surfed down and it still continued to go down, guys. That's powerful. Let's see if we can see that on the uptrend. Let me see. Looking for a nice one. Delete this. Oh, here goes one. Okay, cool. So same thing on an uptrend pattern. Got your ceiling, you got your floor. You got your ceiling, you got your floor. It's trapped, but guess what it did? It broke through the ceiling, it retest. Would have traded up. 30 pips is about right there, right? Now we got our new floor, and this is our new ceiling. It's in there, it's in there. What did it do? It broke above. It retest right here. Here goes the retest, right? It retests right back at the area where it originally broke out of. So we could have entered at the start of those green candles. Would have got in, 30 pips. Boom. Now this is our new floor. This is our new ceiling. So that's all it's doing, is repeating itself over and over again. So this is why this is good to mark this chart up right here. So that's another homework thing, is just oh, this was just so pretty. I mean, look at that. Sheesh, that's sexy. Like, let this be your homework to identify the reversal zones, which is going to help strengthen, because this is the same thing Christopher Derrick does, which is going to strengthen your ability to be able to see it. You guys, like, this is sexy. I almost want to kind of like frame it. Like, you see how I just fell so pretty? Not even the pullbacks were not even that serious. So I mean, you could have did so many tricks. You could have twin traded here, rolled the 30 pips, got out of one, had that other one open, and opened up another one at another lot size, rolled it down, got out of that one. Like there's so many little tricks I learned that you could do with the trend line. But man, this was nasty. So anybody have any questions before we go to the next video? We got one more video. All right, you guys. So if you don't know how to use TradingView, definitely let it be your homework to see the TradingView tutorial. Yeah, check out support and resistance for homework again. Just check out the video again. We're not gonna watch it. We're just gonna watch the trend line, but check on this one. We're gonna finish up at about 9:30, you guys. So just stand fast. We're almost done here.
Welcome to IML Academy. What we're going to be going over today on TradingView is trend line and the importance of it. The by the book definition is a line on a graph showing a statistical trend. Now, what I want to show you guys today is how powerful trend lines are, but it has to be used as one of the confirmations and as a resource combined with all the other confirmations in order for you to take a trade setup. Now, if you look closely, what I did was I marked up this chart with the trend lines, throughout the past couple days, months, whatever you want to say. But I want to show you guys a pattern. As you guys could see, okay, you can see different areas of where I drew trend lines, and I will break it down in detail of why I drew these lines down. But there is no right or wrong way. The whole main point is for price to touch and to connect, like it's connecting the dots. Where price will either be above, like a slanted level of a floor, or underneath, like a slanted level of a ceiling. And as you can see here, just from zooming out, you could see the market flow. You can see exactly where the markets are moving to. You could, pretty much see it by these lines, seeing if it's going up, whether it's going down, and you can start to see a flow of where price is going. That's the beauty of these trend lines, and I want to show you in detail of why I drew these things out, okay? And we can start from over here. I'm going to delete everything. So when I draw a trend line, I do something simple. I'll see an area with my eyes, okay? And I'll look closely, okay? I'll see areas of where price is testing multiple times. And you see how price is hitting it like a ceiling, how price is bouncing underneath. So this is an example of drawing out a trend, the trend line. Now, as you can see from over here, what I'll do is I could pick a certain area and I could just go like this and keep moving it until I see areas of where price is respected. Boom. Okay. What I did was I took it, dragged it all the way down just to see where price was testing. As you guys can see as an example, price was testing here. Okay. Here. Here. And here. I'm not going to highlight every single point on every single trend line, but I wanted to show you guys and give you guys a more detailed visual reference, right? The whole main point is to pretty much, like the way that I see it, is I connect the dots with this whole thing. If I see price has tested multiple times, once, twice, 3 times, and I see that price is moving up to hit this point, then I know there's an area to watch out for. And if price respects this level, which means that it stays underneath it, just like it has in the past, then I know it's going to help me with my confirmation for taking that trade setup. Okay. Now, from what you guys can see here, I pretty much connect the dots. You can see it. I connect the dots right here. Test, 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 and I could just keep going along with this whole process. You could watch it. Boom, I see it again. Price is testing here, testing here, testing here. I could pretty much just, draw this all the way down, and you can see how price is respecting in that manner. Okay, all right, and then we could continue along with this, and we could see how price is testing off of here. I'm just giving you guys pretty much examples, right? Examples of what to look for when drawing out these trend lines. I could just go through this entire chart and just continue and continue. Okay, now the thing is about this too, when it comes to trend lines, if I see it respect here, respect here, respect here, respect here, and then price breaks above, it's a possibility to keep this trend line here to see if this is going to respect it as now a slanted level of a floor rather than a slanted level of a ceiling. Okay, what did price do here? You see a trend. It gets to a point where you can start to see it with your eyes, and some people don't even draw these up because they eventually get used to the whole process. Okay, now I use this as a confirmation, as a tool for me to enter trades. If I don't have this as one of my confirmations, it doesn't make me feel as 100% confident in entering. Whereas if I saw a price bounce off once, twice, I'm watching it, I'm watching it, I'm watching it, and then it's hitting again, then it's giving me more of a confirmation to enter and boom, take off and catch 127 pips. Okay, continue again along with trend lines. Pick a point, take it across, go all the way down, and just see areas where it will respect. As you guys can see here, boom, it touched here. We go closer. Do this. Okay, want to make it as accurate as possible so you guys can see for yourself. Right? Test, 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 test. Now the thing is about this too, about the trend lines, is sometimes when you're watching it, there's a reason why we take entries off 30-minute to confirm. Okay. Now there's going to be times where price will look like it is breaking. What we do is we wait and we are patient to see what happens. Now the fact that price closed underneath it, respected it, and did the same thing here, broke above, but then it closed underneath it, give you more reasoning of why this was still considered to be going into a downtrend. Okay, so we continue, we look again. You can look with your eyes, you see everything. All right, boom, look at that. You see the trends that happen. Okay, the problem that kills us when it comes to marking out trend lines or to using these as confirmations for trade setups is we're not patient. So if I see price jump up, it's moving around, there's no point in me entering. But then if I see it come around here, then it gives me all reasoning to look for a trade setup. Then it comes back, comes above, comes back here, and gives me more reasoning for a trade setup. Okay. Remember, this is only one confirmation. This is only one tool, one resource that's used to enter trade setups. But it's very important because it really gives you that visual reference that's needed to enter these trades. You'll watch it time and time again when it starts, especially when it's a trending market. And I can see it. Okay, I see it here. All right, awesome. Right, I can use this point. Right, is it testing over here? Yes, it is. Awesome. Right, I can use this point. Is it testing over here? Yes, it is. And you just adapt to the markets. You see how it's staying underneath it, like a level of a ceiling. That's what happens when it's in a downtrend. When it's in an uptrend, right? When it's in an uptrend, you'll start to see it as a slanted level of a floor. Now you can see from this point, I'm gonna zoom out on this one. You can pretty much watch how the charts respect this level of a slanted floor. See it time and time again. Continue. Continues. All right. So multiple areas where it's testing, bouncing off, bouncing off, bouncing off, testing, testing, testing. When I'm saying testing and retesting or bouncing off, it just means that it's staying either above or below the line. Okay. So that is my quick rundown on pretty much trend lines. It's very simple. All we do is we look for certain points. We can see it with our eyes if it's either moving up or if it's moving down. When we see that, pick the highest point or the lowest point and pretty much drag it across and see where price is testing. And then be patient to wait for price to test it again to enter trade setups, along with the other confirmations that I actually spoke about in the other trading view tutorial videos. All right. So this is Trend Lines. I appreciate you guys. See you in the next video.
Alrighty, you guys. Alrighty. Trend
Welcome
lines.
to IML Academy.
Oh, snap.
What we're gonna
Trend lines are definitely another great indication to help you navigate, through the charts. So definitely, let that be your homework, just to go back through, just to see how the trend lines work, and you'll just start to see them, with your eyes. Did anybody have any questions from that video? All right, you guys. Well, let's mark up a couple. Let's mark up a couple of charts before we end this session. Definitely, if you have any questions, just put it in the chat bar, and then I'll read it. Let me see what we got in the chat bar so far. Okay, cool. All right, so let's see what we got cracking. Let's see, and then we can actually look at, any pair you want to look at. I'm just gonna mark this one up for the US 30 heads. I know we do have some people that do trade it, but definitely let me know what pair you want to mark up, or even if you want to mark some up and put it in the group, that's always amazing. You guys, we're going to be working on a trade as you go Telegram group, where basically, let's just say you're out and you don't have time to look at the charts then and there. That's what that Telegram will be used for. So I'm going to be picking selective traders that wants to contribute to it. Now, definitely some of the trades will be coming from like Gold Cup and Kimberly Torres and Christopher Derrick, but definitely no trade on your own at your own risk, proper risk management. If you can, definitely look at the chart, but that's what that group's gonna be for. It's not gonna be a good morning, how's everybody doing. It's gonna be like, hey, this thing is going off, some money must be dropping. So I'm going to be getting with a couple people, and we're going to be laying that out, a couple of leaders in the team, and laying that out. So I'm going to drop this one in the group, you guys. It's the US 30. I'll drop this in the group. Anybody have we're still waiting for this one. Like, I may even, somebody burping, you all right? Yeah, I'm going to still wait for it. Yeah, we're still in this one. I'll repost this one. I'll do the S&P, and then, like I said, just let me know any trade that you want to look at. It's at this highest point, this S&P. I gotta wait till it creates a new level of ceiling. So I'll drop that in there a second. This one already did the move. I mean, just look at it. Sheesh, look at that M, crazy. But look, we got the 15-minute chart. We got the break. I mean, that you can't really see it, but this green candle broke, and even if you didn't feel confident, you still could have been like, okay, this is my break. These red candles are my retracement. Now, I would have entered right here on this green candle. It was a little shaky. It was shaky. It dropped down a little bit, but guess what? It wouldn't have dropped down past your stop loss, depending on where you entered it. Hold on, let me see. If you would have entered, let me see, break retest. Depending if you would have entered here, it could have hit your stop loss, depending on your broker. So that might have been one you probably would have got kicked out, not unless you started from there. Yeah. So if you would have got in even here, it kind of would have kicked you out because of the 30 pip stop loss. It seemed like it actually made the break and the retest, and then this was the actual move right here. So we're gonna redo this one. That one wouldn't have been a go. So this is the Euro Zanzibar dollar, and it moves. It definitely does move. As I'm going over this Thursday, you guys, this Thursday, we don't have, I'm waiting on Tony to get the flyer out. But this Thursday, if you're in Atlanta, we're going to be having a Forex movie night. So that means go ahead and take off work, tell your boss, I'm not coming in. And come on out. We're going to, Pete has a movie theater in his condo. So we're gonna be going out there and watching it on the big screen. So definitely come on out. It's not for guests. It's just straight up team. If y'all want to bring some snacks, you definitely could bring some snacks and chips or whatever you want to share with the community. But it's gonna be from like 7 o'clock to about 9:45. Let's just come out and mark some charts up.
I have a question about that.
Okay.
Like, aside from the time and place, but like, we're gonna be marking up charts there, or we're gonna be watching a movie?
We're gonna be watching Christopher Derrick and marking up charts.
Oh, please tell me the time and place.
Yeah. The movie is the charts.
Okay, cool, because you had me so thrown off by the movie. Like, I could watch a movie at home. I like fellowshipping with y'all, but we don't gotta watch a movie. But next question: can we look at GBP in the NZD next? Cause I kind of wanted to share and be transparent with you guys.
The one we was just on?
Yeah, but that was like an older one. I don't think that was the latest one.
This is the newest.
Oh, it is? Are you
What you
sure?
mean the newest?
Okay. Well, no, that's why it looks different, because it's not the 15. How can I put it? But yeah, if you scroll back and zoom in,
Where?
you see, to the right a little. Not to, yeah, to the right a little. To the right. Keep going. You see where you put in that triangle? That arrow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To the little bit of that, I learned from right there, that's a fallen ridge, and that's one of those patterns that has a probability of going the opposite way, reversing, so to speak. As you can see, I mean, I've got in, since I got in from like right there where the valley hit low. I've just been in the trade watching it, and as you can see, it's like consolidating, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, beats me on that. Like, I don't know anything about the wedge pattern. That's something totally new to me.
Well, it's kind of like the Head and Shoulders. It's a pattern like that. The Head and Shoulders and the double top and the inverted of both of those.
Yep.
Those usually indicate reversals.
That's true.
So I've been learning how to look up on that and whatnot. Now, if it could just go higher, so I can be deeper in blue, I'll be good.
Yeah, you gotta stop watching it, because by you watching it, your mind is not gonna change the way the charts is gonna happen. Leave it alone. Put the take profit in there. Put the stop loss in there, and go live your life.
Okay.
I mean, really.
Okay, I'm just because like I learned about it like like the night before and whatnot, and I'm just really wanting to see it work. So
Got you, got you. But remember, don't chase the money though, Ray. I know, I get what you're saying. Like, definitely study the patterns. Like, I'm 100% with you on that one. But just don't get anxious about it. Like, just put it in, trust your confidence, wait for the move to happen, and then go back and analyze it. So therefore, you're not like stressed and anticipating.
mhm.
You know.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I wish I'd have gotten that this GBP, but now that I understand of when to get in a trade and whatnot, yeah, the pound and the Japanese yen, because it's going up right now, skyrocketed. I wish I've been waiting for it to like retest, and if I had known that earlier, I would be I would have made my 30 pips for the day.
Gotcha.
But like on to the next chart, I guess. I'm also liking how you set this up because for me, I would like turn like instead of these white ones, like you know how they're still there. I would have left those alone and just focus on the zone it was at and set that as a price trap.
Yeah.
That's why I started putting those in there and whatnot to like make things easy.
Like that, Ray. All right, so I'm gonna put this one in the chat as well. Does anybody got any other questions or comments, you guys? If not, I definitely have to get ready to go. I wish you guys the best trading week ever. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Tuesday. You guys can catch me at an 8 o'clock session as we go through the charts. We have a special session this Wednesday, 2 o'clock in the morning. We got Jay that's going to be unleashing the dragon for us on the London session. So I'm so super excited about that. So for you Cali people, you're in for a treat. And for you night owls, you're in for a treat too. So it was a pleasure doing this call, you guys. Any other questions, comments, or concerns, definitely let's drop it down in the G12 group. And I'll catch you guys in all the beaches and banks around the world.
Thank you, Isis.
Thank you, Ray. Peace.